Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be attempting to do a 24-hour reading vlog, and I've never done one before on my channel, or have I ever done one off camera. I've never challenged myself to do a 24-hour reading vlog because I know myself, I know how I am. For the next 24 hours, I don't have anything to do. It is 10:30 in the morning and I'm going to read up until 10:30 tomorrow. Now, there's two ways to approach a 24-hour reading vlog. I've seen many people do either non-stop, little to no sleep, and then I've also seen some people do a how much reading can I get done in the span of 24 hours without giving up your sleep. So I am going to approach it that way. I'm definitely going to get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I'm not insane. So I do have some exciting and anticipated reads for this reading vlog, and I feel like I've planned my TBR just right so that I can have a successful 24-hour reading vlog. So let's go ahead and talk about my reads for this vlog. My main focus for this reading vlog is going to be Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This is book 2 of the Arc of a Scythe series, and the first book was just non-stop, fast-paced, super exciting read for me. And so I'm hoping that book 2 can be just that. I'm hoping that this is going to keep me captivated and that my mind is going to be off the clock so that I can just focus on reading. Now, if I do need a palette cleanser, I have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I have already started this. I've been trying to finish it, and I'm not that far off. I have about 100 pages left. So this is going to be a palette cleanser for when my brain gets a little foggy. If I need to pick something up that's just a little bit different, I'm definitely going to be leaning towards this. For palette cleanser number 3, I do have the manga Orange. I have been avoiding seeing what this is about. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I've also heard that it's a bit sad. But again, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that I've been wanting to pick it up for the longest, and I saw that it was available to borrow it on my iPad, so I went ahead and borrowed it from Libby. So I do have this ready to go for whenever I want to read some manga. So I also have some audiobooks prepared for when I need to do some things around the house, for when I cook my meals for the day, any cleaning that I need to do, anything like that. I do have 2 audiobooks ready. I have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So this one I've already been reading or listening to. I am 66% of the way through, and so far it is a great read. I've been really enjoying it. And in the case that I do finish that, because I am more than halfway done with it, I also have on standby The Last Legacy by Adrienne Young. So this is book 3 in the World of the Narrow series, book 1 being Fable and book 2 being Namesake. This is going to be, again, book 3 of a series, and I'm excited for that as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Thunderhead, and I'm just going to read here on my couch for as long as I can. If I need to switch positions or even switch rooms, then I can go to my bedroom to read. I'm going to try my best to stay away from my phone, stay away from the TV, stay away from Tears of the Kingdom, and if I really need to play some, well, then I have an audiobook on standby as well. So yeah, that's all that I have for the introduction. Again, I'm going to be reading from 10:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've made it up to page 150, around there, of Thunderhead, which is part 3. So far, I've really been enjoying this. I feel like this has been more interesting than the first book. The first book, we get to know more about the Scythedom, who the Scythe are, what they do, and what their purpose is. We basically got to see all of the corruption that has been going on around the Scythes themselves. And in this second book, we get to see more of a Thunderhead. So the Thunderhead is basically the cloud. It's evolved far enough to where it has its own identity and it has its own consciousness. So we get to see the Thunderhead and its purpose for doing certain things in order to keep humanity's best interest at heart. We learn that the Thunderhead is super honest in its work. It has no intention to overrule because basically it just doesn't have that desire to. So we get to see the Thunderhead in its point of view of how to handle certain things. For example, there's a part where it talks about how there's no need for jobs because basically there's nothing for humans to do, there's nothing to work towards, but there is still that human instinct for people to want to be a part of something and for people to feel needed. So the Thunderhead does have some jobs for those people, but for those who don't want to work, don't have to work. You still get an income, you still get money, you still get your basic necessities, your food, you get your living space, and everything is just optimized to the best of its ability. So just seeing all of this and the process of the Thunderhead and why he does or why it does the thing that it does, it's really interesting. We also, I think it's kind of funny because there's some regions that the Thunderhead has invented to basically kind of like test humanity and better understand it. And one of the regions is Texas, and it's the region where there's like no rules. You can literally do whatever you want. And the fact that one of the characters says you don't mess with Texas for a reason, it's just really funny to me. I wonder if Neil Schusterman is from Texas. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look that up, but I just thought that was really funny. So yeah, getting to see its point of view is just really fascinating to me. Not that I want to put this down because it's super interesting. I feel like I can keep going for like another hour or two, but just so that I can have a little break and avoid overworking my brain with that book, I think I'm gonna pick up Orange for a little bit. I'm gonna read the manga for as long as I can. Might even finish it, I don't know. I know it's kind of on a thicker side. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this, and I will be back for another update later today. So I've been reading my manga and I'm like 50% of the way done. I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm just gonna make this quick little snack. This has been sitting in my pantry for a while and I figured I might as well make it before it expires. Best by December 2nd, 2023, so we're still good. But I'm gonna make this because this is a cake blend. I'm gonna try to make brownies. So I think if I use less water or less milk, 2 eggs, and this amount of vegetable oil, I think I can make it more of a brownie mixture. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The sun is setting and I am tired, but I'm gonna keep reading. I guess it's because I like put my bed up in this position. So I feel like I'm setting up myself up for failure, but that's okay. I'm so comfortable and I'm really enjoying my book. So I'm gonna keep reading, and if I do take a nap, it's going to be like 20 minutes. No more than 30. I might even have to drink a little caffeinated drink. Not something super crazy, but just so that I can stay up a little longer, more than usual. I think I stay up usually like between 11 and 12. So if I can stay up till like 2 or 3, that would be perfect. Even when I was younger, I could never hang. I was always the cousin that fell asleep first. I just can't hang. I can't do it. But I'm gonna try my best. So far, so good. I guess a quick little update as well. I also finished Orange Volume 1 and I loved it. So I did also borrow Volume 2, which I might pick up maybe tomorrow. I really want to like just get a big chunk of this out of the way because it is a pretty big book. I don't know why it took me forever to read Orange. I've always wanted to read it, and it's crazy how like there's these things that I've been wanting to check out and I've been wanting to get into, and I just let so much time pass for no reason. Like for example, this series. I've been wanting to pick it up for so long and I never did. Orange, another series that I've been wanting to pick up. And then just the other day I watched Interstellar for the first time. Like I think I never had the mental capacity to watch the whole thing. And I had seen a few scenes, but yeah, I just watched it for the first time, like from beginning to end, and it has become like one of my favorite movies of all time. So, like, I deprive myself. There's no one else to blame but myself. Yeah, just wanted to have a quick update because I'm about to get like the last of sunlight. The sun is about to go down, sadly. I love the sun. I love a good sunset. I'm getting the last minutes of it, so I'm gonna enjoy it. It's another reason why I'm not gonna go to sleep right now. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm like prime comfort right now. So I'll be back later tonight with another update. Okay, so I am 12 hours into this reading vlog. 12 hours to go. I'm halfway there. And I have gotten to page 256. So I am just about passing the halfway point, and we're halfway through the 24-hour reading vlog, which, considering the fact that I'm going to be asleep for the majority of the next 12 hours, I don't know if I'm going to finish this. I really, really want to. I did check if the audiobook was available, and unfortunately it is not. I wanted to see if I could listen while I physically read. I think I can do it. I am going to read up to page 300 or 350 tonight, hopefully. And then tomorrow I can wake up early. I feel like this is the part where I insert like a laughing or a clown meme because I did not wake up early. But tomorrow I'm going to wake up early and try and finish the last like 100 to 150 pages. Hopefully that will be left. I'm feeling good. Like I am not tired, and surprisingly, reading hasn't made me sleepy today. I did get sleepy once, but I feel like that was just because I was laying down, the sun was going down and everything, but I did not take a nap. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah, I don't know, I guess I was just really pushing through. I think it's just really a mental thing. This book has just been fantastic. Like, this is going to be definitely a 5-star read. And it's crazy because it's just so good. Like, I feel like Neil Shusterman did such a good job at world building. And it's crazy because he's answering questions you didn't know you had. Like, there's these letters from the Thunderhead, and you get to kind of read first person and kind of read his first person opinion. and he answers questions you didn't know you had. Like, for example, he answers questions about like people who still have the nature to be bad. Um, he answers questions like, could he potentially be an all-powerful being? He answers questions about like religion, just many things that he mentions. And it's crazy because even though this world is just fully advanced, you have basically like a 10% chance of being gleaned, of being killed by a scythe, and which is not a lot. So he kind of explains how, like, even though, yes, there are scythes who could randomly pick you out on a random day and kill you on the spot, like, there's still such a low chance for you to be picked out by a scythe. Like I said before, the only possible or the only definite death that you can have in this world is if you are burnt, because your body is turned into ashes. There's no longer a physical state that needs to be recovered and recuperated. But at the same time, there's things from the mortal life that we live today that they find so difficult. Like, for example, driving. They have developed cars that drive themselves. So learning how to drive and being able to drive your own car is terrifying. And that's just crazy to me. Like, he has like a good balance, and yeah, like, this is a perfect world, but there's still like some negatives. I haven't felt the need to pick up a palette cleanser. Like, I haven't picked up Icebreaker at all. I did pick up Orange, but not necessarily to cleanse the palette, because I could have kept reading and I feel like I can still keep reading, so that's good. But at the same time, I really do want to pick up volume 2 of Orange. But I really want to make this a priority, so I'm going to keep reading and see how long I can stay up. Yeah, I feel like we're doing good. I also did like cook lunch and cook dinner. I cleaned and everything, so I did also listen to my audiobook, and I was 66% of the way through with Fourth Wing, and I am now 80% of the way through. And considering the fact that the audiobook is like 24 hours long, that's a pretty big considerate amount of time that I listen to. This isn't the only thing that I'm reading. I'm also focusing on that audiobook, and I also want to finish that. I don't know if I can. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading and update you later. 12:54. It's nearly 1 a.m. and I'm so tired. But I want to wrap up what I read so far. I'm on page 324, and there is 170 something pages left. So again, this ends at 10:30 in the morning. So I'm thinking I want to give myself like 2 hours and a half. So I might wake up around 7 and give me that hour grace period to really try and finish the book. If I don't wake up at 7, I'm gonna wake up at 7:30 because it's pretty late and I need my sleep. Good night. Good morning, everyone. I'm up and where's my book? And I'm about to start reading. So I have my coffee here and I have my book here, and I'm happy with how much I was able to read last night. I got up to page 325, and hopefully I can read these last 175 pages within the next 2 hours and a half. It is nearly 8 right now, so time is of the essence. I need to get reading, and hopefully there's nothing to distract me. I know I look a little rough. Mind you, I just got out of bed not even 30 minutes ago, so I tried my best to fix up a little bit, but nevertheless, regardless, I still wanted to check in and say good morning. And the final stretch, this is the last of the 24-hour reading vlog, and then after that, I guess I'll just wrap up like all of my thoughts. I'll wrap up the book, hopefully, fingers crossed, and I'll be back. I finished I finished at 11:03. So I went over 33 minutes, but for the sake of finishing the book, I think that's okay. It's acceptable. Yeah, I read all 504 pages. I was not expecting literally the last page to be the last page of the book. But yeah, I read this from front to end in the span of 24 hours, and I'm honestly surprised because I've never been able to read this much in a single day. Again, I've never challenged myself for it. I probably the last time I did this was maybe when I was like in high school or something. And I'm so glad that I did this because I really did challenge myself. I put away my phone. I put away TV for me to just focus and read the book. Again, I'm surprised that I was able to do it. I wasn't tired. I was able to push through. And I think that says a lot about the book itself. It was just so good. So before I get started on this, I just want to quickly count the pages that I read. So I'm going to count 504 in here. Okay, so for the manga that I read, it says it's 523 pages. I'm not going to count the manga pages. I'm just going to count the book. And then in terms of my audiobook, I didn't even get to start The Last Legacy because I was just so focused on Thunderhead that I really didn't get to it. But when I did have downtime, I did read Fourth Wing. I was 66 of the way in, and right now I am 85. Okay, so 85 minus 66 is 19%. Echo, what's 19% of 528? 19% of 528 is 100.32. So 100 pages roughly. So I read 604 pages. Yes, 604 pages like in total in terms of a book plus the manga that I read. So on top of me being able to finish the book, I'm just so happy that this was a 5-star read. And then I also did give Orange a 4-star read just because it's volume 1. I still haven't really delved into the characters and into the storyline quite yet, but I was really intrigued by the premise of the manga itself. And honestly, like, I can't wait to get started on book 3 of Arc of the Scythe series. I have it on my bookshelf, but I think for the rest of the day today, I think I might just rest just a little bit before starting that. But this was amazing. Like, the first book ended on a huge cliffhanger, and this one has an even bigger cliffhanger. So Neil Shusterman did leave us pretty much in the middle of a problem for all the characters. So we are kind of like at a cliffhanger for every single one of them. There's just so many things that were left undone, and I can't wait to see what happens in the third book. Again, I really like this one because it delves more into the Thunderhead and what it does for humanity, and just like the struggles that it has because it can't have any involvement with the Scythedom, and the Scythedom is just completely corrupted, and you get to see that in the first book, and in the second book it's just gone to shreds, completely gone to shreds. It's very frustrating to see, and frustrating to see the point of view of the Thunderhead because he just really does not know what to do. He's trying his best to kind of like go around his own rules so that he can save humanity, because that is like his sole purpose, is just to keep humanity safe and to keep it alive. It is so fast paced. There was nothing in there that felt like a filler for the book. Everything had its purpose, and I really love that about a book. I hate when there's like downtime for a book, and there was just none of that in this book. I'm really happy that I was able to dedicate 24 hours to reading. I had a great time reading. I had a great time pushing myself and challenging myself. So overall, I want to say that I am just really content with my decision to make this vlog and to challenge myself. So I want to thank all of you guys so much for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video and you want to support my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you don't know what to comment, you can comment the orange emoji. That would really help and support my channel. If you've enjoyed my content so far, don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.